My name is Koiditsa. I'm from Kwantlen First Nation, and I live there with my husband, Drew Atkins, and our 3 children. And together we own and operate Kwaiia Spring Salmon Studio. I focus mainly on painting. I started out oil painting for many years, and now I'm using acrylics. And but I'm also make jewelry. I love shiny things, so focus mainly on custom orders. But I do have some of my designs that are also laser cut as well, and which has been interesting doing that work. And we together, my husband and I, have been doing some public art. We did the sculpture at Kakate, returning the bones to the river, and the public art that we're working on now for the Museum of Surrey, the rivers that connect us, and hopefully we'll be having that finished in a couple of months, and then just go from there. We are all connected to this land. Actually, it came to me, I wasn't feeling well. I was very sick when the call came to us, and I had to pray really hard and I actually asked for guidance, and because I wasn't feeling well, and I needed to get the design finished. It was the last design, and so I don't feel like it was just coming from me, because I did ask for help, and I was surprised when I was awarded the Bear Creek Bridge. The reason for the wolf is because Kwantlen comes from the wolf. So we're the leaders, the teachers. There's also the moon in the design, representing time. There's also the sun, and there's an eagle in the design, and salmon. There's 3 salmon. There's a male, female, and the third one is to represent the two-spirited. We're all connected. Everything that we do as humans affects what happens to the salmon, what happens to the salmon affects the eagles, it affects the bears, it affects the wolves. And salmon's always been sacred to me and my family. Our studio is named Kwaiia. It's spring salmon in my mom's language. My mom's from Shakinban, which is in Lakapin, close to Merritt. The salmon is life to us, it's sacred. So I always usually have salmon in my designs. Not only that, but my family are fishermen. Like my dad's passed away now, Grand Chief Joe Gabriel. But he was a fisherman. His dad, generations. When my mom married my dad, she started fishing. And I think the reason why I feel so connected to the water and to the land is she was pregnant with me while she was out on the river fishing. And I always feel connected and calm, and when I'm on the river or near water. And I too, I'm a fisherwoman. I'm hoping maybe to pass that down to my children, because our Kwantlen has been fishing for generations and thousands of years. I feel that connection. I feel it when I do my work, my artwork. It's important to me, and I don't really know how to explain that connection, but hopefully you see it in my work, the work that I do and have now doing public art, marking Kwantlen's territory, so that people know that where they are, whose land they're on, this shared territory with Kwantlen, Katzie, and Samiamu. I think those are really important to share with people so that they know. So when I mentioned we are all connected to this land, it was shared, like our fishing villages were shared. If we wanted to gather, harvest something in another territory, we would have to ask permission from that nation. But everybody worked together, and I think that's where everyone needs to kind of come back to, is working together, because we're all living in this, on this land, and we need to respect, and it's respect, just respecting each other, respecting the land, respecting the water, just that connection, because I feel so strongly about the salmon and its importance to me for providing for my family, for our community. We not only just fish for ourselves, but we take care of our elders and community members that aren't able to go out and do that physical hard work. It's all encompassing for me, all of this connection to the land and to the water. And that the fact that this is a spawning ground for coho and the chum, just being here in the creek here it's special. I'm gonna have to come back when it's spawning season, but yeah, that's basically how I feel about this artwork that's on the bridge. There were other colors I could have picked, but I really liked how the red popped on the concrete. I wanted people to see it when they drove by. I wanted it to stand out, and I think that shade of red was really a perfect color for this, and yeah, it's one of my favorite colors. So the other one's black, you can tell.